All right. We are live, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Podcasters with the Faybala 5. I'm your Dungeon Master, Anthony Mullen. Uh, what's going on? We have a fun night of events and games for all of you. We are running with a new layout of sorts. I've got fun, some fun stuff in the works for all of you. Hope this will be a little bit different of a session. Trying to bring that production up to that next level. So if you really want to experience that and get in and see what it's all about, you want to make sure. Let me turn up my volume better here. So if you really want to experience that and see what it's all about with our stream, come on in live. You can check us on Twitch at podcasters underscore. It's PODCASTER underscore on Twitch, as well as on Facebook and YouTube at pod casters tabletop gaming podcast. Essentially, just Google Faybala 5. Check out our links. Follow us when we go live, and you get to actually watch the show. If you follow on Twitch, our players usually jump into Twitch to interact with some of the listeners. What's up, BlackRock Joe? He's already there, and you get to see another side of this show. Kind of like how BlackRock Joe gets to do. If you aren't watching us and you're listening to us on either Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast at, thank you for the listens. But really, what we'd really want is the like and the follow live. So come on over to Twitch. Before we get into the stream, Jeff Morgor the Immortal, can we get a few words on Kaimon from Morgor?
Yeah. So this is the year. Kaimon's going to be coming out. So everybody keep an eye out for that. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search up Kaimon. That's Kaimon. And you can follow DCT Industries as well. And we'll be releasing more news on there as things kind of come into fruition.
Yes. So thank you guys. Make sure to go check out Kaimon. Check out where it's going to be coming out this year, and go make sure to follow on the social media so that you can see some more models and some minis as they come out and are released. We did get to play a round of Kaimon a few weeks ago, and it was pretty fun. And now that I think that we've figured out our streaming difficulties with the clarity on the camera, maybe we'll do another episode with Kaimon in the coming months. If Morgor has a follow-up tournament for everyone.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Be really fun. Okay, well, guys, without further ado, let's get into tonight's session of Podcasters. We have our party that had left off entering the town of Valakai after making a new acquaintance. Finks, Howard, Remus, Maximus, and Morgor had met up and found a friend with oh my god, what is the name of the race for Mahoo? Essentially a Rokian. A Rokian, which is a Minotaur bred with a human or half elf or another bipedal race. So it's kind of like half Minotaur. So it's kind of cool. And they met Mahoo, the Mahoo, a monk that has been in Barovia already and has bested his own villains in the lands. Is unfortunately cursed currently. And with the help of Finks to find a pendant, a magical item from the moon itself, hopefully would then lift this curse. They found out that they have to go to the center of the lake, center of Lake Zarovich, which is north of Valakai. Mahoo, having a history with the town, brought up the option of whether possibly to avoid Valakai and going up the side route. And the Faybala 5 decided otherwise. Everyone banding together, trek into the city. And you are all greeted with a awkwardly normal town where there's no guards really prevalent, And your first appearance is everyone is awkwardly at ease. They almost a forced smile. No one would openly rob or mug someone here, perhaps, is the vibes you're getting from the faces that everyone's kind of greeting at you. Thinks you had ran up to a gentleman that was, I think he just came out of a building, and he was talking about how he was going to be going to a party at Sale Milano's later that evening. Um, Also, real quick, you guys had picked up some items on your way. You'd found looks to be a cart that was delivering items to a party. So, pick up there. Thinks the old man just looks. She goes, "All right, well, Billy, have a great time. Maybe I'll see you later."
All
Walks
right,
away.
you just kind of very rudely turn around and walk away
Okay.
back to the party.
Walk backwards to the group.
All right, I'm gonna hand the note to Howard that he handed me. Howard, you like reading things, right?
Yeah. What does it say?
Here. He wrote on this napkin and I hand him the note.
Okay. And take it. Look at it. What does it say?
Get out.
Get out.
Yes.
This is weird. It's telling us to get out.
Oh,
Wait, Morgor, read that. Morgor, the best reader.
Sure. Go ahead here.
Wait, what?
Morgor looks at it. It's upside down. Oh yeah, Morgor can't read.
can I like
More,
slowly
just a
reach
lot of
for the-
strange lines.
Morgo, what does it say?
It says go that way into the city.
Thanks. Is that what it said?
No, it didn't.
What does it say?
It told us to get out.
Yeah. I think I tend to agree with the letter.
Which is, I mean, okay. We have a deadline to reach, right? The lake's not too far from here, Mahoo.
Yeah, not too far at all if we skip this town like I recommended.
Well, I mean, we can go to the lake and then always come back later.
Mahoo, you train with frost giants. Why are you afraid of this town?
I think we talked about this, Morgor. I've lost friends here. People have died in this town. And it shouldn't look this way. Something's not right. This town was decimated. Why everybody's walking around like they didn't just lose most of the village, I don't understand.
Let's find out. Maybe Morgor kill more things, and there be more dead people in the town.
I think we should listen to the note and just get out.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta go get that amulet, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely don't want you turning into one of those things. So, but Morgor, we can always come back after, and while we're heading back towards wherever we need to go, you can kill people here.
Morgor, think about this.
Oh, Morgor, did you hear that?
What's-
Sounded like Tiamat. I think she said we need to go to the lake and grab amulet first.
Yeah, I heard that.
Morgor no hear that.
You got to listen really closely, and then I'm going to talk telepathically to you.
Okay.
Morgor, go to the lake. Grab the amulets.
Yes, Tiamat. Morgor say we go to lake.
Do I
That's why-
do I kind of understand that Howard has used telepathy on him? Can we see that?
Howard, make a stealth check.
Ooh, first roll of 2022. Here we go.
Ooh.
Stealth is 7 on the die, and then plus my stealth. What is my stealth? I don't remember. Plus 2, so 9 total.
Woohoo. You've had friends that have had abilities to cast telepathy of sorts.
Yeah.
Specifically, you've had a friend that has been a psychic. You've actually had a telepathic connection with an individual before. The small facial twicks on Morgor's face and Howard's like awkward squinty like facial kind of like quirks give away that something is an unspoken conversation is happening. Can't hear you, Pat.
Sometimes a snowball dies on me like that. I think Mahoo's putting together that maybe what Morgor put forward about him being the charismatic, intelligent leader might not be so true.
Okay.
But this is Morgor's party.
Oh yeah, I still believe that.
Yes, Morgor, this is why you're the leader. So
Morgor
Good.
leader.
This is
Yeah.
Morgor's
What
party. Why
happened
do we need to
while I
go to a
was-
different party?
That long?
Say it again, Ricky.
Was I asleep that long? It's Morgor's party now?
no. Yes.
Oh,
Yes, definitely Morgor's party.
got you.
Anthony, is there anyone who looks like they're not really like paying attention to us?
Make a perception check.
An 11.
And 11. Let me just roll some dice. All right. Oh, where's my new dice? Amber got me some new dice. I'll use these by percentage. At this time, there's no one really paying attention to you guys. Like I said, there's no guards to be on the lookout for. There is no, there's no one just kind of meandering around, slinking in the shadows, watching you. Like there's no underbelly to this city, or well, it's not a city. There's no underbelly to this town,
Are there any like
if that makes sense.
shopkeepers or any sort of like artisans like kind of just doing their thing, or is this not really that kind of town? Or
There actually there's some shopkeepers and artisans doing work amongst the town. There's a few stone workers working in one of the town square circles and the crossroads near a fountain.
anything
they're
in
doing-
particular that's like might have some valuables, or maybe weapons or anything like that?
Okay, looking at shops then. Oh, let me see what we got for shops real quick for you. All right. A second. All right, so you're looking for something magic and then something weapons.
Magic weapons, and so basically what I want to do here is I want to reverse pickpocket the note onto a shopkeeper.
You want to reverse pickpocket the note onto a shopkeeper.
I want to plant it on them without them knowing, and I don't know, maybe scare them away from their shop when we come back. We'll see.
Okay. All right. So, roll a d20 for me.
All right, here we go. 12.
12. All right. Okay. With the 12, you see two stores. One is I mean, you see what looks to be like, rundown kind of shacks, kind of boarded up, a few of them. Not every building and shop is lively, but there are a few here or there that are just kind of empty, or they're just homes that are just plain and bare on the outside. No descriptive nature, no description that kind of sticks it out. Kind of think of like Skyrim, where there's the blacksmith, but then there's a bunch of houses that are just next to it. So you see, looks to be an armory shop. There appears to be a few taverns. One has a little rose on the outset on like the door that's kind of hanging to insignia it, and it's the fallen petal. There is a armorer across the street up the block that you see. It's called Steel's Anvil written on it, and it is the emblem that's kind of that's identifying this one is that there is an anvil, and it just shows just like the outline of just an anvil, just like a silver, steel, iron one. And you see what appears to be like a man, gray skinned, almost looks like he's wearing metal armor while he's working on. It looks like he could be working on some weapons of sorts. You see that there's also possibly an apothecary, kind of dingy looking. It has a black magic vibe and feel to it, kind of punk rocky-ish, almost dirty by intention.
Yeah, that's the one.
Not out of laziness. And it's on the sign there is two. It looks to be two elven or humans back to back. Their arms locked, and it's called the Boozy Bros.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna throw up guidance before I do anything, and I just want to slip this note in someone's pocket.
All right. So you walk in. You trying to be stealthy as you walk into the Boozy Bros.
Oh, yeah.
You all see Finks just kind of start scampering off and away.
Well, who's
Anyone's-
stay with him?
I'm gonna follow him.
It's fairly
Yeah.
normal.
I gotta get my medallion from Fink, so not happily, I throw up my hood to kind of keep a low profile, and I follow Fink's.
Okay.
Howard 2 will follow Finks.
All right.
I'm gonna go to the guy that's making weapons.
Gonna gotta go making weapons. Fair enough.
You're just gonna be like one of those guys that like watches other guys do work.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
that's pretty good workmanship right there.
High quality craftsmanship.
I like it. I'm okay with it. All right. So, let's see. Can I adjust this? Let's see. I need that. Can we just? And
Slow day at the Boozy Bros. Awfully quiet.
While we're
All
walking there, I'm going to be talking to Finks too and saying, I wonder if they have those eardrums we need. We need the
I don't know.
lichen ones, right?
Yeah. How do we
Well,
know if they're authentic?
I don't know. We do know that we potentially have two, as I kind of like side look over at Remus. But I would rather get from other sources first.
Maybe if we buy the whole head,
Yeah,
we could
That
take
would
them out and return it.
that works. Say they were defective, they didn't have eardrums and return the heads.
all right. So I'll make this. And 25. All right, cool. So you walk into the Boozy Bros, and I am sorry you all were off doing some beautiful role playing. Who is following Finks as he's walking in?
Howard.
So
Howard is the one
Remus.
off. And Mahoo and Remus. Morgor, you are walking off to the armor
Mhm.
that you see. Ting! Maximus, where are you?
I'm just gonna kind of sit down in the middle of the town square or whatever, if there's like I don't know if there's like a well or some kind of a podium or stage or anything like that, just kind of hang out where I can see everything.
So in this little in this little street crossing, there's no well or podium. What you do see is a stone worker that is kind of carving a statue
Right.
out of what appears to be almost like limestone,
Okay.
like some white type of chalky stone.
All right, I'll go hang out over there then.
Watch them. Make a perception check.
Sure thing. We've got 16.
Okay. 16.
Yes, sir.
Figure looks kind of familiar, like you've seen this person before. Very regal-esque. He's got a really nice medallion on his chest. Pointed ears a little bit, hair slicked back, nice center part. Has a little bit of almost a, I want to say a coat, more like a cloak, but almost like, fancy, high little, not want to say royalty, but lordship style. Okay.
Okay.
And I need names. There we go. Perfect. All right. So you walk in. So you see this Morgor. You walk over, and are you going to try and engage in conversation, or are you just the awkward starer as you see this individual pounding away?
I'm going to start a conversation with him.
Start a conversation with him.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like your conversation is going to be a little bit more fun, so we're going to come back to it in a second. But how traversed is Morgor as far as like seeing multiple race, like seeing the races? Is he very much like he knows elves, humans, and dragonborns, or is he like he's seen a lot of things?
He's seen a lot of things, but honestly, he doesn't really care or see a difference between races. He just kind of goes based off of size.
Okay. This individual looks probably about 6'5", a little
Okay.
taller.
So he's
A
okay.
little stronger. Looks built, and almost looks like he's stone. Like his body is just like he looks strong.
Okay.
And has almost a colossal like look as Morgor walks up to him, where like his skin is kind of metal, but it almost looks like raw iron that you would see on stonework. This is an Earth Ganassi.
Okay.
So you see an Earth Ganassi from the backside. We're going to leave you as you're walking. You see kind of like, it looks like shale stone, but then like there's chunks of like, you see iron. And he's, as he's just working away at the kiln. And make a perception check.
I got a 17.
17. Okay. You see that he is working on what appears to be a large hammer, flat and on two side. Think, is it a Warhammer style? Not Warhammer. World of Warcraft, like the big fat slamming hammer. Yeah, he's working on like something like that. But you see, it just for brief seconds as it's in the plumes of smoke, and it appears to have maybe like some gems or jewels embedded in the sides of him. You think so? Brew on that.
Cool.
Thanks. Walk into the Boozy Bros. Open the door. Ding, 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 ding. You can hear the bell jingle above it. You hear there is a small little bit of bustle inside the shop. It's maybe 20 feet wide, probably goes deep about 50 feet. And along the edges, this is a liquor store, essentially, what you're looking at. You see a lot of bottles of just essentially just marked vodka whiskey, wine, and their big perception check. And I'll say make an insight check. And anyone else that's following up can make the same checks as well, as if they'd like to tell me what they're rolling.
19 and 17.
19 and 17.
Perception. 22.
Got it.
More looking for people though than anything that's in the store. He's looking out for the usual suspects.
Got it.
7 perception, 5 insight.
Got it. Remus, you making any checks for us?
Yeah, I misheard perception and did deception. So
Perception and insight.
no, I heard deception though for some reason.
Oh, no.
Oh, dang it. By the insight of 3. Perception of 15.
Okay, for the insight checks. Really what you're picking up on for anyone that's looking over at the bottles of liquor is they're all pretty much well liquor. Very cheap. $15 bottles, essentially, 10 silver pieces, 2 gold piece bottles of wine, 5 gold pieces a bottle of whiskey. Thanks, you being a goblin and you being the thievery of the one that would go the one that goes out and scopes areas to steal from. Specifically when you're trying to reclaim items, you're trying to pick, what's a value, what should I grab? You do see that near the top of the shelves are a lot fancier bottles, and some of them look to be like potion bottles, or maybe they were wine or liquor that was bottled inside of potion bottles. You can't be too sure. Maybe something funky about those ones. And those ones are nameless. You see, they stick out to you because the bottles actually have just misshapen, where it's got like a bulbous, like normal bottle shape, but then on the top, instead of a normal like cork stopper, the glasswork actually curls around into 2 loops, kind of that like wrap over like a heart on the one bottle, and the one bottle's neck kind of curls up like a serpent snake's head. You see a lining of rare specialty bottles every few shelves. In between the aisles, mixes of wine, your different liquors. Howard, for the low checks that you do see in the back, you believe you see what looks appear to be many like micro brew casks, perhaps. Mahoo, as far as individuals in here, you don't recognize anyone. No one in here seems ill nature. Nothing that would trigger you as evil. It's just some people trying to get their drinks on and getting whatever they need for their night to live in this town. I mean, Barovia's and Valakai is not a fun place. They probably do want some liquor in the evening.
All right. But who's gonna put his hand on Finks' shoulder? I see he's going to this shop and go, Finks, what? If you're looking for a drink, I know a place where you can get one, but there's more important issues than alcohol, I think.
But the party's tonight.
Do we need this?
No.
I thought we weren't going to the party.
Party or not, we need to have something to drink.
Do what you must.
You do see in the back right of the store, there is a small little corner with a counter, and there appears to be a human just chilling, maybe mid-50s. It's flipping over a pamphlet, you see. Just standard leather clothing, your cotton shirt. It's a little apron that kind of slaps over.
All right.
Can I help you?
Can I get to I want to get out of his line of sight, I guess. Maybe like in front of the counter. Maybe you can't see me there.
Make a
Yes.
cell check.
I'm gonna just start kind
With
of
advantage.
creating a distraction. Yes. Actually, maybe you can help me. I thought this was an apothecary, but it seems more like a liquor store. Do you have anything else besides liquor?
Oh, I mean, it used to be an apothecary. This town has seen its fair share of troubles, and we've kind of repurposed the place to be more fun and to hopefully help the patrons of this town to forget their troubles. As far as anything more than liquor, I mean, sure, we have an extra punch if that's what you're looking for.
Oh no, nothing for me to drink. I was actually looking for maybe possibly something, as in like a magical ink types, or potions of, I don't know, healing or resistance, strength.
Persuasion check. What was your stealth check, by the way, Finks?
23.
23.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Persuasion. Nice. Natural 20. 24 total.
Okay. All right. 24. I'm sorry. What was the stealth?
Stealth was 23.
Stealth 23. Oh yeah. Yeah, you completely slipped in between the two aisles as he calls over for you. Completely distracted by Howard. The yellow cloak is just catching his eye. As he's, well, yes, I mean we have some tonics that can give a little extra advantage to the soul, I'm sure. I mean, some of them are mislabeled, and I don't feel too brave enough to try them myself, but I mean, for the right penny, I'm sure we can unload some drinks for you.
So, like, you haven't tried them. You don't know what they do?
No, I, truth be told, I actually don't drink this stuff.
Yeah.
Sober as a whistle.
Well, that's good. That's how it should be. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they say the mind that's not quite sober can't get anything done. I heard that somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so I'll go ahead and I'll go through what you have that you're not sure of, and maybe because you haven't drank it and you don't really know what they do, maybe we can test them out for you.
Sure. But I'm not going to give you something that could possibly be valuable without taking a payment.
Yeah,
Perhaps
but how would you
we
know?
could-
How would you know if they're valuable if you don't know what they do?
This was a wizard shop beforehand, and we found it. We're assuming it's something magical.
A wizard shop,
We-
you say?
Well,
as it
he
so
made
happened,
he made potions,
As
so
it
we
s-
assume he's
as it
he's
so
a wizard of
happens-
sorts.
I'm somewhat of a wizard myself. So this is great. This is, it's perfect that I came in here and that the king brought me here today for you to try out your wares and stuff. And think about it this way: we could try them out. We can proclaim it to the entire town. Everybody can see how great these things do, even though you have no idea what they do. And then you'll have like dozens and dozens of people flooding to your store to buy your wares and everything like that. And all we ask is just for the test bottles. That's it.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Real quick. Hold on to that. We're gonna come back to it. Thanks. What you up to?
Kind of just want to like slide around the
Slide
counter
up.
there and take a quick peek behind the counter, see if there's anything of interest.
Behind where the shop owner is
Yeah, under
talking
the
right now.
table, maybe that might be a baseball bat or a shotgun, something like that.
Make a perception check.
19.
19. You're used to looking around the counter shops. If I'm not mistaken, you found a few wands this way. You found a few magical potions. And behind this counters, what you do see are empty beer bottles. Looks almost like a return center type where we're going to give you some bottles. You're going to bring some bottles back. So you see around his counter, it's only about maybe 4 feet wide. Comes out maybe 1.5 feet, 2.5 feet, and underneath the countertop, the space that he's got tucked away is probably in total 50 bottles or so empty, stacked away in little cases of 4. You see there are a few cork-stopped, dusted bottles of what appear to be wine or some kind of liquor in a green bottle. Think like going like a Italian, going like to your old school Italian restaurant, like the bottles that are like it's just green. You know what I'm talking about. It's got like twine wrapped around it. So like this waxy coating over the stopper, some twine wrapping around it. You see there is it's like a metal looking crate of 4 bottles that appear to be health potions. Next to it, there is another 4-pack of potions that are mixed colors. And some of these colors are actually what you had seen on the top of the shelves.
Yeah, cool.
So you see, like, out of the 6 of them, there's a green one, 2 green one, a purple, pink, and 2 yellow.
Can I attempt to sleight of hand the note into his any like loose pockets or anything like that?
Make a stealth check. And real quick, Danny, what was your persuasion check again?
17 with advantage.
Okay.
26.
Yeah, he's with the combined of the charisma check of him with Danny's with Howard's charisma of engaging in a conversation. The shop owner is not even minding his pockets as he is engaging and trying to maybe cook a good sale and give out a new promotion. Working with a wizard to help promote his shop. Maybe it'll help him out. And you pocket whatever note you were given to him.
All right, I'm gonna slip around back to the other side and wait for Howard to be done.
All right. So, you know what? If you're looking to make a purchase, I could sell you some goods and parties. I'm assuming you're going to one of the parties tonight. You're having one yourself. It's kind of the thing on the weekends here. Everyone likes to throw a little get together for themselves, and I'm sure we can also do a bit of a deal if you wish to do some promotion for the Boozy Bros for having the best darn concoctions around.
Where's the
Yes.
other one?
Oh, we don't talk about Clarence.
Clarence, I'm sorry, what was your name?
I didn't give you my name.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm asking, what's your name?
Oh, my name is what I'm called.
Oh, well, hi, what my name is called. I am
The name's
Howard.
Aaron Smartass.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron Smartass. I'm Howard. Like I said, I'm somewhat of a wizard myself, and I'm on a quest to expand my knowledge to everybody, and to bring them into the fold under our great king. And he's very benevolent. He wants to impart his knowledge upon everybody, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And I think maybe you and I can work out a great partnership with your potions and your promotions and stuff like that to bring him in here, and in turn just spread the knowledge to the town of where are we at again? I'm asking him.
Valakai?
Valakai. That's what I meant. We could totally do that and bring in so much money and revenue for you.
Sits around. Starts thinking. Make a perception check.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You see he looks at you and sounds like a pretty good deal. Let me get some paperwork up that you can hand out to some people, and I've got some potions in the back that we've been holding on to.
Perfect.
I
And if you have any magical ink, I will actually purchase that.
He's got there was a little get together that he did leave here, and I'm pretty sure there's something good that could come out of it.
Perfect.
So, Give me just a second.
And while he's drafting
Two.
up the papers and everything, I'm going to turn to Mahoo and Remus. Is there anything you guys want? I could probably work it into our deal.
Mahoo's befuddled. He's gonna go outside.
Okay. I guess that's a no. All right.
I'm gonna kind of like tug on
Ooh.
Howard's coat and kind of whisper in his ear. I saw some yellow potions back there. I know you like yellow stuff.
Ooh.
Give me a second, real quick. Okay. All right. So you are that, and give me just a second on this.
Oh, and Terrence Smartass, while you're at it, if you can go ahead and throw in some of those yellow potions I see back over there, that'd be amazing. You see, my king, he loves yellow, and it's the color of knowledge and seeking of knowledge. And I think, it'd be good to go with the promotion and the overall theme of everything.
You got it. There's almost a sense of it. There's almost like a tinge of annoyance that that the attitude is starting to like. He's being cool with you, but don't be a jerk to him. Almost. Let me see. There's that. And okay. So he comes over. He comes back from one of his offices and rooms. Comes back with a whole stash of potions for you, and he actually comes back. A few things. It's your lucky day. He comes over with a 4-pack of red bottles that are in what look to be like little half hand-sized, almost milk jugs. Like single pound in healing potions.
Okay.
Goes 4 potions of healing. I have some. We're pretty sure about this one. We had a paladin that came through here once, and he was able to let us know that these were what those were. He said they probably would be ballparked, especially in our town, a value of at least 500 each. He also let us know we had some magical components and potions from the ones on the ceiling rocks. As he starts pointing out the magical ones, going, those are all kind of iffy. He doesn't know what those are. Also, he said to be careful with these because they seemed possibly caustic and dangerous. And I don't know if he was trying to scare us or fool us. So he pulls out the vials from below that Finks had seen. There are a few of the green vials that he goes, these are dangerous, he says. I don't know if they're acid or poison. And then, what did I say? There were, 2 green. 2 green. We'll say there's 2 green, 2 pink.
2 pink.
I'm just going to make a list of colors for myself. 3 purple. You rolled pretty high on your good. Yes, 2 pink, 2 green, 3 purple. He brings you out 4 yellow
Beautiful.
potions with this, and totally goes, pretty sure that these are all the magical ones. I am sure that if they do good for you, please spread the good word of the Boozy Bros. And here's some actual parchment work that I've had done up myself. As you can see, very homemade flyers that they're really not that well you probably could do up some nice drawings for him. There's stick figure drawn, two guys very trying to draw what the images of the outside, the two guys interlocked drinking, and it says "sail today," and "sail" is actually spelled incorrect. They're missing the E on it. It's not good. So there you go, and he leans in really close and just, "Thank you." He kind of shakes your hand.
Oh no, thank you. You've done me a great service, and in return, I will do you a great service as well. One last thing. Do you happen to have like just an empty box I can carry all these in, like a little cardboard box?
Afraid not.
Oh, that's okay. No worries.
No
I
cardboard boxes here. No
Okay.
boxes really. We have
How do you
we have
get the
crates
liquor
to
bottles?
carry. I mean, we have crates
Okay.
that, like, they're all individually like place into, but they're all like smaller handheld crates. It's like a bunch of like 6-packs. Pick sixes is essentially what he has.
Okay.
Oh, also because he just kind of knew. Don't forget this. He pulls out a small little tiny mini keg. It's about this big,
Mhm.
big around, and it's wooden oaked, and it's almost like a private micro cask. Goes special blend. It's called the dragon's blood. It's been aged for the past 25 years in a cellar.
Sounds wonderful. It's not actually dragon's blood, is it?
Don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because we have a friend of ours that's loves dragons, and he would probably, I don't know how he would take to that if he found out it was actually dragon's blood.
All
Depends on
right.
the color.
I don't really know. I just know that it's got a little bit of a spark to it. Is what they said.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I'll take a couple of crates then, empty crates, just so I can carry these. And for your troubles, here you go. And I'm going to give them 3 of the dragon silver pieces.
Okay. Interesting. Silver.
And I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Let's see. Gotta write down my note. Okay. So you leave out. What has everyone else been doing in here? Mahu, you were watching all this go down. Is there anything that you wanted to bring up, ask, say? Did you step out?
When I saw the shopkeeper willingly start to negotiate with he was befuddled and he stepped outside to kind of get a breath of fresh air and then kind of keep watch. So I'm just going to see them coming out with their crates, or who's going to see them coming out with their crates, and he's going to ask how he's going to be, what did you pay for that?
Just 3 silver.
I think that tongue of yours is sharper than the blade that you keep trying to stab Remus with. I once saw a man get nearly stabbed to death over negotiating a price for a clove of garlic. So I don't know how you did that, but you got something there.
I mean, if what you say is true, hold on. Before I say all that, do I know anything about vampires and garlic? Would Howard know that?
Make a history check.
Okay. 17.
17.
Mhm.
I mean, there's lore that garlic probably will help irritate a vampire's nostrils.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
no much. I mean, you're not a monster hunter as far like you've never hunted vampires, so you really don't know specifically if that would help.
I've just heard it before.
But
Well-
yeah, I mean, like, no, vampires.
Yeah. To be fair, Mahu, I'm pretty sure if you were trying to buy garlic in a town full of vampires, that would probably not go over very well.
Nah, we thought that too. It turned out it was just a spice.
Oh, well, that's good. All right. Well, I'm going to take all the vials from the crate and I'm going to throw them in my little bag of satchel of holding. And how many crates do I have? 2, 3, 4?
3 crates, probably. A mixture of one has a mixture of the purple, pinks, and green. The other one has a few of the purple and the yellows, and then the third crate is the 4 healing potions.
Okay.
So you got 3 crates.
Okay. And then I'm going to take the empty crates. Do they have like the slats on the inside
Yes.
that I can just like remove out, or are they
Yep.
connected all? Okay. I'm gonna remove them all out.
Okay.
And then while everybody's doing their own thing, like in between time, I'm going to connect it in a way to create one giant box, and using mending, put it together.
Okay. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Yeah. Intelligence.
You're trying to tinker this out.
Yeah, it's a 6, so it's not a very good looking box.
You probably just go find a box or a crate or something to carry from someone. Probably be a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
He's
you're a
very
little
invested.
stubborn-headed.
Yeah, he's invested.
All right. You guys are all walking out. Things. Did you want to swipe anything on your way out,
Oh,
or
no,
you
no.
just
I'll do that later.
sweet? All right, Morgor. As everyone is walking off into this apothecary, soon to find out booze shop, you see there's this strong individual just start hammering in on this weapon of sorts. Are you just gonna watch him the entire time, or are you trying to talk to him?
Oh no, Morgor goes like walking over like this and yells, "Stone Man! Morgor requests weapons."
Why, hello, Morgor. The name's Steel. I can help you with weapons.
Good. See, Morgor have problem.
I can fix problem. How can I help?
Morgor's party don't have enough axes.
Oh, I have lots of axes. I got barrels full of axes. As he points over, there's a barrel to his right, and it's got like 30 axes, blades sticking out. So like sharp, and like you're gonna have to like stick your hand in near the blades to grab one.
Wait, did you say they're in a barrel?
Yeah, they're in a barrel.
The ultimate contradiction.
Morgor's kind of like looking at it with like one eye twitching and being like, why is axe in barrel?
For when you want to go grab them, they're in storage. You should use barrels for helping contain items. It's smart, like barrel backpack. And he points over, and right next to one barrel, you see a prototype of a backpack with like a giant barrel with straps that he puts down his giant hammer and just kind of sets it into the barrel that he's working. The hammer that he's working on, the like large warhammer, sits it into the barrel, gets down to like a squat, loops an arm in one strap, loops his arm in the other strap, stands up, and you see him has like a backpack, but it's just a barrel with straps. See, Morgor!
Morgor pleased by this. Morgor wished to purchase all your axes and barrel backpack.
This is my barrel backpack, but I can make you a barrel backpack. Be ready tomorrow. Or if you pay extra, or do service, perhaps be sooner.
Morgor pulls out a huge bag of gold. Is this enough?
We'll be done tonight.
Thank you.
Do you wish special ability with barrel backpack?
Morgor wished to carry many axes.
Carry many axes. How many?
Morgor holds up all his fingers.
I can do that. And you see him put down the hammer that he was working on. That it's it's a square rectangle hammer. It's not rounded on the sides, and it's double flatted. I think like meat tenderizer style.
Mm-hmm.
And along the square sides, it's embedded with gems. It looks like red rubies or garnets are bedded into it, and it's this like steel metal, like it's some steel metal working hammer. Nothing any fine looking like silver, but still fine craftsman work. He puts it down off to the side, dips it into a cooling like liquid agent, and starts letting it sit for his processing. Goes over to a barrel and goes, Morgor, come here, stand like this. Let me measure your arms.
Morgor stands like that and flexes as hard as he can.
Ah, big arms. I'll make it so it stretches and fits for you. You see him pull out a strap of leather that looks like a belt, and it may or may not be his belt, and he just kind of pulls it out and kind of sees how the many buckles and latches are around, and he's like, "All right." Goes to the other arm. You favor one side. Don't do that. Be equal.
Morgor's stronger with his right arm than left arm.
Practice both arms. Takes it off. Goes over to a barrel and picks it up, kind of putting the size. Goes, you wish to buy all these axes.
Yes. Morgor wished to purchase every axe you own.
Okay. Comes over to you, goes, here, see if you can pick this up and hold it. He hands you the barrel folding all the axes.
Okay.
Make a strength check. Athletics check.
Athletics.
You're lifting weights in this instance.
24.
24. All right. All while this is happening, by the way, Maximus, you are outside in the little square intersection of the crossroads, and you do see this happening off to the side where there's like a little overhang next to the smith's shop where Morgor and this large stone-looking individual kind of looks like Cord from not God of War, Thor, but he's more smooth and more polished, like shale and like actual like steel, not polished, but like flat and like soft rather than jagged and rough rock. You currently see this feat of strength happening. Your strength roll, Morgor. He hands it over to you. You hold up the barrel of axes, no problem. He goes, damn, you are strong. You can handle that on your back. And begins to hooking the straps and the laces to it. He's kind of doing a little bit of a fine cutting with some scissors and shears to like snap up and down leather strapping for you. Begins working on a backpack barrel for you.
Steel, Morgor have question.
Yes, Morgor. How can Steel help? As he's like kind of working.
Steel, you seem to be smartest man Morgor met.
Thank you.
What's going on in this town?
He just stops working. What do you mean?
My friends don't want to come here.
This town has bad history. Some creepy things happen here. People die often. Town is not always safe. Begins cutting a little bit more.
Morgor lost interest in the conversation. Steel.
Yes, Morgor.
How much for the hammer?
Make persuasion check.
16.
16. Hammer. Let me just get this. Steve. Just a second to go to a table for pricing for you. Wrong book. $300 gold pieces, Morgor, for this hammer. In its current state, when I am finished, will be worth 1,000.
Can Morgor give you 1,000 now? so Morgor can have hammer. Morgor think friend will get good use from hammer.
Do you want to take hammer now? Or when it's done?
When you finish.
Oh, like layaway. Yes. Yes. You can pay now and receive later. Let me finish backpack first, and then we'll take golden money, and we can finish up.
Steel, you good guy.
Thank you. Thank you. It's probably going to he let you know over the course of the conversation, it's probably going to take him about a week or so to finish the hammer.
Okay.
Okay. It seems like there is something magical about him, too, and it seems like, honestly, that's a lie. Make a wisdom check, Morgor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom 8.
Steel's going to do something special for the hammer. He needs time to hold on to the hammer. That's all you get with Morgor.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool. You hand over 1,000 gold.
Yep.
He hands over to you. Now, real quick, just for kind of clarity and everything, Finks and the guys that went into the Boozy Bros, Aaron, he was roughly like in his 50s, weathered skin, worn out, tired. Looks like he's probably been through some shit in his life. But he doesn't act as if he's physically exhausted just from like actual like physical exhaustion. It's more or less his just being in existence, like he's depressed and has just a natural like kind of drainedness to him. This individual or Steel, you noticed, for him, he is probably mid-40s as well, a little bit more on the younger side in appearance. At one point, probably was a farmer or someone that did physical labor. So he definitely has the muscle and the strength there. Maybe possibly was an adventurer in his younger years. And he doesn't look like he has any internal depression or any like sadness, but there's definitely an uneasy settlement when you did bring up about Barovia or about this town and if it being dangerous or not. Looks like everything is fine on paper, but something's amiss still.
Okay.
All right. So, party all kind of reunites. Maximus, you see Mahoo, Finks, and Howard walking, and Remus walking out of the Boozy Bros.
Yep. When Howard's done putting together his box thingy, he's gonna walk up to Maximus. Here you go. You seem like you never have a place to kind of sit and relax, so I made you this box that you can kind of sit inside. Figured you could sit inside and it's kind of chill and relax while we do our thing sometimes.
Max will take the box. He'll sit on in it. Of course, if it fits, I sits. He's going to take out a sheet of paper and he's just going to write "sail" with a question mark and an arrow and hand it to Howard. It's pointing to the guy who's working on the statue next to him.
Okay, I'm gonna take it and look at it. Then I look at the guy working on the statue. That's not Sal, is it?
No.
Okay.
So the statue, the actual not the individual that was working. Yeah.
Who's the
The statue is what has the appearance that I described.
Got it. I thought it was the guy.
My bad.
Further looking at the statue, then would I be able to infer of who it is?
Wisdom, history. Actually, no, be a history check.
Okay. 7. Solid 7.
Solid 7. Maybe could be Sale. Maybe not.
Okay.
Looks a little different. He's wearing different clothes than what Sale. Sale didn't have the same kind of ruby-looking, fine kind of necklace pendant.
All right.
No ruby. Sorry, gemstone. I'd say gemstone.
All right. Maximus is going to pause for a beat and hack up the gnarliest hairball that you've seen and just go, "Hey, buddy, who's this statue guy you've been working on over here? Who's this guy?"
I'd say, Lord, we're really not supposed to say his name.
Yeah, write it down. You don't have to say it. You can write it out. We can read. Morgor can read really good.
It's Voldemort.
We can't say that on the stream, guys.
Oh,
He'll know.
You watches?
Make a perception check. Make an insight check. As you see this, as you look at this, the facial shift.
16.
There's some inner turmoil and kind of guilt as you see an individual reflect on not learning how to write or read.
Oh, I don't know.
And you see just like, I don't how to.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know. Is it I before E? I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. How about this? You like games? I like games. Ready? I love playing games. You can say his name sounds like, and then I can guess what it is.
Sounds like Bod.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. Is he around here somewhere? I mean, it looks pretty good for him. So I mean, like, you got this really good picture of him. You know where we can find him?
He's actually not working from a picture. He's working from memory.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a persuasion check. Please, with advantage.
Okay. 17.
All right. Run a mundane wild check. Just on the table. Just mundane wild spell. Or
right.
Wild surge.
All right, hold on. Let's see here. We'll roll 100. And we got a 22. And we go over to mundane. So wait, is nuisance, moderate, or extreme?
Nuisance.
All right.
Nuisance.
22. Maximus is surrounded by a faint offensive odor for 1 minute, and all my charisma checks have disadvantage for a minute.
Awesome. All right, so as you really just convince him over that it's like I was given an assignment to sculpt a lord of our land. It's in my head and memory. Sorry, but I don't know you, and I think I have to go to the bathroom. As he just looks a little confused, as if it's by him or the smell, as he just kind of runs off into one of the nearest buildings. Anyone else up near Maximus, start to smell this really obnoxious odor, and it's like when you walk in and you see like the litter box hasn't been changed over the weekend, and you guys forgot the cat was home while you guys went away to the islands.
Is this the kind of box you had in mind here, Howard, or was there something else, sir?
Totally not. And I'm gonna like check in the box to see did he actually like go in there or not. No, it's not that kind of box.
Oh, all right.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So, yeah. Well, how big is the statue, by the way?
About the size of Howard or so.
How sturdy is this statue looking?
Well, it's made out of some solid stone. Like, you probably have to Morgor could probably push it over and break it, if that's what you're asking.
I'm gonna yell over to Morgor. I'm gonna yell, Morgor! I think there's a barrel hidden inside here. I need you to come get it for me.
Maximus! Morgor loves barrels now.
What does Morgor hate now?
Everything else.
There's a banana over here. I need you to come switch it.
Morgor comes walking over.
I think it's underneath this statue. Can you just knock it over for me?
Sure. Morgor pushes the statue.
Make a strength check. Mahu, where are you at this point?
Mahu is wherever Howard is, so next to the box.
Okay. You're looking at the statue?
Yeah.
You recognize this individual.
Yeah.
You fought this individual.
Yeah, I know. I'm not intervening. I already hate that we're here.
Got it.
21 on the strength check.
Morgor, you walk right over to this white stoned like statue that's kind of has this polishness to it. It's kind of unfinished, a little rough, but it's fairly fine craftsmanship for the town work. I mean, you have seen probably one of the best armorers of this age. He's crafting you a fine backpack, so I mean, very hard to top that kind of craftsmanship here. And I don't know what about it just kind of irks you, and you just push it on over. You see a crack in half in the center. Maximus, you see the individual poke their head out from the building they ran into. Goes, "Oh God!" Oh. And he just looks distraught and goes back inside the building, slams the door.
Much better. I like this place better already. I didn't like that guy.
Yeah. I think this is a good opportunity to probably get out of here now.
In the rubble or wreckage, you said there was like the amulet or the gem. Was there anything that was like not actually statue that was more ornamental that can be taken from that, or no? Or was it all just carved from the thing?
Are you taking the time to start sifting through this, or are you just kind of glancing down and looking?
I'm gonna look and see if there's anything that
Perception.
All
Check,
right.
please.
26.
26. You don't see anything in the center of this. This just was someone's
Statue.
statue, and you just destroyed it. Just defacing public property there. Just destroying it.
Hey, DM, do we still not see any guards in this town?
No guards. There's townsfolk walking up and down the shop, very, very minimal meandering. Just someone comes out of the Boozy Bros, goes down the shop, goes down the walkway. You see someone entering the Fluffy Cat. It appears to be a clothes store. Far down the road, where you do see the Blue Water Tavern, there you do see it all the way down. There appears to be people walking in and out.
So even knocking over the statue, like nothing other than the sculptor.
Other than the sculptor.
Morgor have gifts for my party. Morgor starts handing out the axes to everybody.
They're not with you. The backpack's not finished yet. Backpack's not. If you want to have some axes, I'll let you have some axes.
Yeah, I
but
want to have
backpack's
some
not
axes.
finished. Yeah, you have a pile of 10 axes, we'll say.
Okay. I start handing them out.
10 hand axes he's got holding.
Like,
I'll take him.
I'll hold one like a two-handed axe.
I'm holding the two and looking at them in each hand. I think it's how we should probably go. Oh, before we do, I'm going to reach into my coat, grab out one of the parchment things from the Boozy Brothers, and leave it in the rubble of the statue. I think this is a good opportunity for us to head out.
You do. Howard, running off your perception check that you had in the shop, as you lay down the parchment, there is like when you have like a city official document, it gets stamped with pressed with a stamp, like a formal document where it's got the perforation pressed into it. You can feel a symbol with 3 curved lines pressed into the stamp, and seeing this and feeling the parchment, you reckon it's almost like it's jarring something that you thought you had seen inside the Boozy Bros. So when the shop owner had leaned over to hand you your items, it almost like he had a faint crown on his head, almost like a minor illusion, minimal, very very faint, as if he wasn't alone.
Interesting.
Take that with what you will.
Awesome. Yes. Definitely gonna leave the parchment now.
Okay. Leave parchment in the rubble. Okay. You guys, rubble's there. Maximus, you see the individual stick his head out. You're all doomed. You're all doomed.
I just want to throw a hand
Fucking
axe
dumb.
towards the general direction of this person
Don't
that's
I know
yelling
it?
at us.
Make attack roll, please. Remus, what were you doing?
I yelled back, "Don't I know it?"
Oh. What was the attack?
15.
Yeah, I mean, he was just like some basic NPC with an armor class of like 5, so. Throw an axe. As you hear in the as you hear that through inside of this tavern, home, building, whatever, you don't know what the building is. The axe goes in between, goes in through one of the windows. As you hear, you're all.
I'm gonna start heading to the lake.
I'm gonna follow
Okay.
things to the lake.
Yeah. Howard's gonna be following too. Is this still relatively like kind of early in the day or what?
By this point, between shopping, looking around, speaking to the individual in the center of the town, around midday, noonish.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely start going before it starts getting too late.
Okay, so you guys going to the lake.
Wait,
Anything?
Morgor say we go to the lake.
Okay, Morgor, you drive up a hard bargain. Let's go to the lake.
All right, so you guys are gonna forego any party activities for or meeting up with Sal. You're gonna go straight to the lake right now.
I mean, we just committed a murder, so
Screw the town, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's all about it?
No problem. Cool. All right. Now, how are you guys gonna try and get to the lake? Are you gonna try and leave the town and trek the wilderness route if you're not gonna go through the town, or are you gonna try and go through the town and up the center and take like the path up that way?
Well, nobody ahead of us knows we just murdered behind us, so we can still go through the village if we wanted.
agree.
Yeah, we're already in the town. You might as well go through it.
Okay. Make survival checks, everyone. And if you roll below a 5, let me know.
22.
Nat 20.
7.
Okay, you got lucky.
What was the roll again?
Below a 5 for a survival check, let me know.
14.
Anthony, real quick. Again, I want to use that urban exploration feature I have from my background. We can move through the city, kind of like back alleys at double the speed.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
As far as beating guards to leave versus them finding the murder, that accounts for anything.
You got it.
Are we by chance going by the Burgermeister's home?
I don't believe so. Let me just make sure.
I got a 7.
Just make sure.
Morgor not understand why you call this murder. Morgor simply throw axe. Something was in way of axe.
No, you would not be going through near the Burgermeister's home. He's more towards the center of the town, and then in south, in the southern area, near where one of the loops are for a cul-de-sac. near the toy shop for Blinksky and near the town square. You guys are going to be going along up towards the northern part of the town.
Yeah, I'm gonna reassure Morgor too. I'm gonna say, Morgor, I'm pretty sure he got in the way of that, so that's basically a suicide. I wouldn't dwell on it.
You guys are actually going to be passing by the Wachter house
The
with the lady in the basement where
yes, and
Zob had his way. Yeah.
and what's it look like?
You guys are going to be going up in that direction.
Okay. That's north. Okay, and we have to go that direction in order to make it to the lake.
If you wish to make it, unless you guys are going to try and like go in like the back, like the forested like lawn areas along the back of the wall, the main road that leads to the lake in the town is along the way for the Walker House is along the way.
Honestly, so much of it is just not making sense to Mahu right now, and if Finks seems confidently moving through the back alleys, he's just going to keep going with it.
Okay. Mahu, if you want to, I'll let you make a stealth check. I'll give you advantage because of Finks. Just for the whole whoever may not be there, peering eyes on you.
So a stealth check for me. That's a 13 with advantage.
Okay. It's not bad. Fairly well. All right. So, did anyone roll below a 5 for the survival checks? Nope. Okay, cool. All right. So you guys, make your way through this town of Valakai. There is this awkward, uneasy settling where everyone, it's almost like Stepford Wives, where everything's too quiet or too okay, and everyone's just like, all right, well, get ready for later. Have a great night, or don't forget to get your drinks on tonight. It's the weekend. Party's happening. There's a few higher nobles walking down one of the streets along the north part of the city as you guys are walking out, or like kind of leading in the final direction out of the area. Mahu, you haven't been from the town of Valakai. You would know that up along the northern part of the town is where you could head off to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys are making your way up in the northern streets and roadway, you're keeping off to the side in between some of the alleys, keeping as unseen as you can be in here. It's kind of like you're hiding in plain sight at times, and then where an individual, I don't want to say a guard, but someone of upper class or upper standing that may break out of the norm of just being complacent may recognize you. You just turn at the right moments, Mahu. You don't feel too trustworthy because there have been some pretty sneaky people here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make your way up, move over to the northern part. You see that there are the palisaded walls up near in this direction that are still intact, and there are no guards there, but there are these two large doors, 10 feet wide each, and as you approach them, you actually do hear one of the patrons talking about the Villa Milano's wine tasting social event of the year is going to be incredible tonight.
Did Howard hear part of that too, or no?
Make a perception check.
No. It's a 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
You maybe didn't hear the wine tasting portion, but Sal Villa Milano's event of the year. You heard something.
Okay.
But sure. You guys approaching the north end of the town. You see the houses appear to be normal. Nothing looks disheveled. Nothing looks decrepit, Mahu. As you get to the edge of the gates, you see that they're offset and they're not locked shut. The doors are a little heavy. You probably have to push them. I don't know who wants to try and push them open or
Mahu, I'm going to
checks
attempt to
around.
get out as soon as possible. Mahu will Go right for them to try to open them.
Gets right up, starts to push. They push out for maybe a foot and a half, and then it feels like they're stopped. On the backside, it looks like maybe they're barricaded on the outside of the doors, almost like think of like when you're trying to wedge a door, so it doesn't open. So it looks like it's being held to not open up. So you probably can get like 2 feet out. So you may need to push and bend your way a little bit around.
Can I try to kick it? Hey, I'm gonna get Morgor. Can you help me kick this?
Morgor, kick this door. You kick that door.
Both his strength checks from each of you, please.
Ooh. 24.
11.
And I, Anthony, attempt
Yes.
to use the Mautergy spell to make any unlocked doors fly open, like right before they try to hit it.
Okay. A little bit of a mix of the thaumaturgy and the kicking and the from both of you guys. You go to boot the doors. One of the planks of wood that was holding up Morgor's side where he goes to boot, you hear fall on the ground. A little less resistance. Morgor kick the door, flings off the hinges. Mahoo, a little more contained and less reckless. Boot where your door swings open.
But say no, that one's on me. I kind of asked for that. Nice job, Morgor.
Morgor here to help.
You see outside of the walls of the town, there is the dirt path, 15 feet wide, and there is almost like a little clearing of grass to the side on both, about maybe 100 yards or so. Sorry, not 100 yards. No. Yeah, about 100 yards or so, maybe 200 yards off. Pushing back, there's a space in between where the outline of the city meets the actual forest that surrounds it all completely too. So there's like a little clearing that if you're in the city and you're trying to defend and guard it, and someone is trying to rush the I keep saying city, it's a town. If someone tries to rush the town, you're going to see people coming up to them. So you have a little bit of a landscape as your scenery as you're walking up the north. It is cold and chilly, and as you approach further up to the lake, you all notice a significant temperature shift. Let's see. How do I? New tab. Oh, there it is. There we go. Map. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably about an hour or so walk for you guys to head, or no, probably like about a half hour or so walk from the town all the way up to the lake. As you guys are walking along the dirt pathway up, you notice it is significantly colder. Or I don't want to say it's freezing temperatures yet, but it's dropping to a chill. And as you guys are walking, there is a small, soft from your boots and shoes, and those of you that are wearing footwear can feel your feet sinking into the mud a little bit. It's getting kind of difficult to walk, especially for you, Finks, or Morgor or Mahoo, as you're really heavy. You definitely are sinking in to some of the ground.
I would like to make note that I do have the mobile feet, so I'm extremely confused why my smaller companions are falling into the mud while I am not.
What about Fix's boots?
Oh, the stinky boots.
The stink is contained for now.
There's this perpetual briny, stinky smell, but mud is going to work different than water, we'll say, for this all sense of purposes. Water as in body of water, containment of water.
I'd like to use Tensor's floating disc to float above the mud.
Love it. Bougie as hell, and it's just like, nope, not going to happen.
That's right.
Love it. So you see Remus conjure a small little floating disc for himself, Magneto style from X-Men, and just hover his way over. I like to believe that it's like a gold coin almost.
It is
fitting.
now. It is now just a floating gold coin.
I'm seeing Magneto from the first X-Men movie, but with a gold coin. Yeah.
So I'm gonna make it somehow be my face instead of anyone else's.
Beautiful. Love it.
I'll since I can have 3 instances going at the same time, I'm gonna cast Shape Water under my feet and just kind of harden up the freeze up the water underneath, so it kind of just hardens and doesn't make it so sloppy.
Okay. Shape Water, I love it. Make a spellcasting ability check. Just roll your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
And maybe just beautiful. Run a nuisance check for me.
All right. And we'll do.
How difficult are you concentrating? Well, no, you can roll 17, so yeah, just nuisance. You're fine.
This is just nothing fancy, just enough to make it hard underneath. What is that? A 46 nuisance would be an imp appears near you. Make a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC. If I succeed, the imp is subservient. Otherwise, it's hostile. The imp, if not banished or defeated, vanishes after an hour.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Against my what was it? Oh, okay. So it's got to be
your spell save.
So I got 2 to 15, 17.
Wait, okay.
So now I have an imp slave for an hour. Is that how that works? It's subservient.
You have a simp.
I've got the information pulled up on the side here.
Yep, I have a mini for an imp. I know I have an imp mini. He is somewhere in here. But yeah, so you have an imp. You have a little devil imp now.
It's like a familiar, apparently. Yeah.
Yep. You do.
Okay. Nice.
So you have this little imp, and it speaks, I believe, would you say common and what?
Infernal. Common and infernal it speaks.
So, first off, what languages do you speak?
I speak Abysmal, Common, and Goblin.
Abysmal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Abysmal.
Abyssal. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Abyssal.
Sorry.
Like, abysmal? What the hell's abysmal? I haven't heard of that yet.
It's miserable
abyssalness.
Abyssal.
So first off, you hear an Does anyone speak Infernal? So you two hear instantly coming from this imp, which it is. I'm just make sure an imp is what I think it is. Imps have the bulbous. They have like a scorpion tail, right? Is that the imp? It's page 76 on my DMG.
Remus speaks Infernal.
Oh, okay. So those of you that speak Infernal.
Yeah, it's got like a little scorpion tail.
Yep, okay, that's what I thought. And they are tiny. So yeah, he's like about the size of Finks pops up. And in Infernal you hear, "What does it mean, Maximus? Where am I? Who is I? Oh, hey, Maximus, how are you doing? What can I help you with today?"
I just needed a buddy for an hour while we're walking through here.
And he cuts from Infernal to like what the hell to Common to speak to you, is just has this natural just okay with you. How? Sorry, what did you say? What did you say to him?
I said I just needed a friend for about an hour, so we're gonna hang out and then you can go back to doing what you were doing. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah! You know that them down lower planes, they suck. They're not fun. They're not fun to deal with. It's always busy. A little bit of hassle. This, a little bit of hassle. That. Here's your soul coin. Here you go. Here's the train. It's a bullshit move. Let's have some fun up here. What can we do? What are we trying to fuck around with? We trying to break something? We start a ruckus.
In due time.
Let's bring the ruckus.
All right.
So, you guys have, let me give him a name, because I wasn't expecting to come up with an imp's name.
How about Ian?
He's Ian the Imp. Ian the Imp, okay. I like Imp. And he's Ian the Imp. And it's spelled Eean. It's Ian.
It's that long E.
The long E.
From way down south.
It's a deep south. It's deep there. You guys don't want to hear my my little Nicky impression. I'll do it off cam maybe. Anyway. So you guys have Ian the Imp is just hanging there with you guys. So what are we doing? He's about 2 feet tall. You see he's got a very stereotypical devil-looking face. Got these horns, little spines on his neck. He's got wings. He's got like a scorpion-like tail that curls around. And he's like poking some berries off the trees and eating them off. Yo, Maximus, it's not that bad berries. It's just not. It's better than the shit we're given on the daily. You know. Again, Levistus here. Levistus dad. Frickin' Mammon just hands out gold coins to people. Me, I'm over here. I'm shoveling fucking coal. Pokes a berry. Winks. What are you looking at? Fucking bison, man? What are you, a water buffalo?
That's a lot of energy for a 2-foot pain in the ass.
A 2-foot pain in the ass will give you a pain in your ass.
You keep that.
You see the stinger just comes up right up next to. Yeah.
Can I grab it and hold him?
You can attempt to.
And Maximus, your simp's off its chain again. I'm gonna throw it by the tail back to him.
It's not funny.
Sorry,
It's
Ian.
offense. Hey, E. All right. So.
Sidetrack. Sorry. Continue.
You guys have an imp with you guys now. Gotta love that magic table. Making your way up to Lake Zarovich. Who is doing the tracking nature check? What are you guys looking for? Who wants to lead this little... Are you just following the path out to the lake that you see? I mean, you can see that that up along this path, it does split open, and there is a blue lake, it looks. You just have to arrive there as someone keeping eye, being stealthy. You're walking straight to it.
Is it continuing to get colder as we get closer?
Yes, you do notice there's a very obvious temperature shift as you do get closer to the lake.
I personally want to get more cautious the closer we get.
Okay.
I feel like I would just be focusing on not drowning in the mud, so I'm gonna not do anything but walk.
Okay. With the control water in the ground in the mud and it hardening, there's been a shift in terrain where it has been a little bit more. It's like cold. Yeah, it's like a tundra-esque, with the constant shape water to keep the ground still for you all. Smart way of using it. So I'm gonna say, Finks, you really don't have that fear of trying to be sucked into the mud.
Well, I'll be following Maximus and try not to get too close to the imp.
Okay, no problem. It's sporadic, and just occasionally he'll look over at Remus and just kind of like he's kind of like looking over his back shoulder, like he doesn't trust him. Like, who the fuck is him? Like really, Maximus? You bring up two infernals over here? Like, man, like you gotta be careful who you bringing around. Like, you don't know what families we from. And then he just gets sidetracked off. When you guys are about 50 feet or so from the lake, as you're approaching, it splits off, and you see a beach, almost like a beachy type, like almost like an Adirondacks type beach, where it gets earthy and fine grained sand, but it's not nothing nice like a Florida beach where it's nice and soft and warm. This is like you're going camping out in the woods, and you see that there is a small little, maybe 15-foot dock down the beach to the right. It appears to have a little tiny dinghy up next to it, and it looks to be, unless you guys are walking right up to the beach into the water, there appears to be something off about the lake. You guys walking up to the water? You walking over to this little jingy boat thing? What you guys looking for?
Mahu, what do you know about this lake?
Not much. I think Finks would know more than I do.
Thanks. What do you know about this lake?
I know there's water in it, and I don't like that. Don't worry, Howard. I'm prepared. I'm going to start approaching the
Well,
lake.
just to be sure. Okay. Well, before you go into the lake, hold on one moment. I'm going to take like whatever rock or anything that's on the ground, and I'm going to chuck it in the lake and see if it does anything.
Make a strength check as you throw the rock into the water. And make a perception check for
14.
so real quick. So how close are you guys getting up to the shore of where like the water meets the beach edge, where it's like fine pebbles and stones? Are you guys walking right up to this?
Howard will probably be about 10 feet from like where the water comes up.
Okay, so you're going right on up to it. Maximus.
I'll hold back. I'll come to like wherever like the grass starts to meet like Pebble Beach area, like
Okay.
at that shift in terrain there. I'll probably kind of stop right about there.
All right. So you probably have, I don't know, anywhere from 60 to 65 feet from where the tree line meets the water. And it's about maybe 10 feet past the tree line is where the grass starts to turn into this pebble. And it's just like stonework, like stones and beach and sand all the way out. But it's not comfortable sand work. It's like jagged rocks, rough stones. The closer you get up to the water, it's a little bit softer. Finks, where are you sitting?
I was just going to go up to the water, not touching it.
You up to the water?
Gonna go
Morgor?
shoreline.
Orgor's going in up to his knees.
Up to his knees. Awesome. Remus.
I'm gonna float up next to Howard and just kind of hang out there.
Okay. Mahu?
Is there anything? The medallion's supposed to be in the middle of the lake, right? Or the pond, lake?
This is supposed to be set in the very center of the lake.
Can we
The
see
lake
that?
is. Maybe get perception checks from all of you, because this is a very large lake.
Is it larger than 1,000 feet?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Give me a second. Let me check.
I'm about to do some cleric divination.
Bigger than bread box, yes. Bigger than a bread box.
Is it bigger than a
8
fox?
perception.
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Hold on. Let's see. Where is my? Just looking for my scale.
I've got one in the bathroom if you need to borrow it.
Keep it up.
My weight or
Swear to God. Swear to God. How many feet are in a mile?
500.
300, 380,
Yeah,
I think.
5,800 something.
Oh, yeah, 800.
Okay.
Seasons of Love?
Okay.
That's 524,600 minutes.
Oh, no, 5,280.
280. That was close. I said 380.
God bless the imperial system.
How many feet was it?
5,280 feet.
Nah, it's roughly far larger than that, man. It's roughly probably, I don't know. Let's see, how much is it? Fucking. It is, see, loosely, Valakai itself is about a mile long. And the lake is roughly anywhere between 18 to 19 miles long.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
So long lake.
2,
Oh.
2, 3. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, around 18 to 19 miles long the lake is. Deep width wise, or like wide wise, it's about like that. From north to south, it could be anywhere one, two.
It's just like a foot. It's like really, really skinny, but just super long.
Really, really long. It's probably about, I don't know,
Oh,
anywhere between 6 to 5 miles long going north to south.
okay.
So like if you guys are trying to get the center, it's like you guys are going to be swimming or getting to the center. But what are your all perception checks? 20 to 25. Just raise a hand. 15 to 20.
22.
Oh, okay. What you got?
19.
Okay. 10 to 15. Ricky, what was your perception check? Can't see your raise.
8.
8.
I was
All right.
waiting for my range.
Ricky, you were looking down at the coin that you're still floating on, and you're just like, damn, how did this look so nice? Why didn't I ever make it look like my face before? This is really good. Everyone else, as you're wherever you are walking up and approaching the lake, you do see that the lake is frozen. So Howard, as you walk up to throw a stone, the stone from your strength check, I'm assuming it was not above a 20.
Oh no, that was
It was like a
I don't remember what it was now.
low, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was low.
Stone skids and slides along the lake. Morgor, you walk up, and as you step up on the edge of the lake, there's a couple cracks in the ice as you step onto it. But as you step further in, you are walking on some thick ice. Those of you that are around it, you can see that the lake appears to be frozen.
Okay. No mirage.
Can't
or
hear you,
anything.
Max.
I'll move closer up, knowing that it's
You don't know.
frozen over. I'll move up to where everybody else is then.
Okay.
Okay. No, the only thing Howard would have been looking for is like any kind of mirage or something that would have been similar to the terrain mimic that we dealt with before.
Got it. As far as throwing the stone, he doesn't see it slip. Nothing disappears like a illusion terrain.
Perfect. That's all he wanted.
Nothing stick out. Yeah.
Good.
So the lake is frozen over. What are you doing?
Anthony,
Oh,
can I start ritual casting the commune spell?
Of course.
So I'll be 10 minutes. Don't mind me.
Thanks. What are you doing to ritually cast the commune spell? What are you preparing?
So I guess I'm going to. I think we're approaching a full moon. I'll create like a full moon and kind of like draw that in the tundra with the hand axe that I was received from Morgor. Just kind of throw whatever loose skulls I have lying around so I can speak. I'll let Lucky out. Let him do his thing and just kind of mess around with like the random dolls and little trinkets he has, and just start meditating on the moon. He can close his eyes, let his tattoo start glowing, and I don't know. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Got it. Think about your questions for commune.
Yes.
All right, y'all have 10 minutes. What are you guys doing? What are you looking for? What are you observing? Do you want to make perception checks for anything?
Can I float on the ice?
You wish to try? That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Walk up. Now, had it been water and there was if it was like something that you could sink through, perhaps you would like bob and like float. But it being solid, like ice being a solid structure, your coin hovers just above it, and just like normal. Who knows what happens if you meet a thinner piece of ice and that breaks open? I don't know how the magic's going to work with that, but I see this as kind of like when you guys are trying to go down the pit. As long as there is like something solid for the coin for your disc to float over, you're good. But the moment something gives away, you may dip or drop. All right. Anyone else doing anything to figure this out? Remus, are you going out to a specific distance?
We'll wait to see what everyone else does first. So you'll just see me in like within 10 feet of the shoreline, 10, 15, 20 feet, just like testing it and hovering back and forth like a Zamboni.
Okay.
Are there any animals nearby? Birds or anything like that?
Okay, give me a perception check.
We got 16.
16. Give me just a second.
Yep.
All right. So, what you see with this is, as far as animals, you see there are 2 ravens flying along the tree line, just kind of circling around, leaving your direction. But they're flying in the direction of where the little boat is, a little dinghy, like a little 2-person little rowboat that you go fishing on. And they go passing by that and start looping in the around the eastern side and banking around that way. You see what you think to be 2 bats. As a little squeaking comes from the tree line to your rear, to the left. And then finally, as you're just kind of scanning out amongst the lake, what you think what you think is to the far like maybe what you appear to be like this general center of it, there appears to be little statues or figures or humanoid things that are looks like they're walking, but they're maybe frozen in place.
All right.
You can't tell. You just see more or less bipedal outlines just held. So they're statues, humanoid creatures, you don't know.
All right. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on the ravens that are flying around.
What's the distance?
It doesn't have one. Just I'm assuming it's within sight.
Within sight, they are out of shouting range. They are gone. So even like you cast it as you see them fly by, they're not monitoring you guys. They just flew by.
Are the bats within? Or any of the animals?
Yeah, bats are still in, but the ravens actually
gone?
they flew by. Yeah.
Howard, what is it we're looking for exactly in the lake?
It's a moon amulet.
I'm gonna cast Speak Animals on the bats.
Got it.
And I'm gonna just basically be like, "Hey bats, we're looking for a necklace that's supposed to be in the water somewhere. Can you point us in the right direction?"
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
$19.
Okay. Bats don't respond. They you actually hear the kind of like almost like they're imitating the squeaking noises, but you actually hear like squeaking.
They're okay, because it says okay, so they're not like I should be able to understand them, but
it's almost like something's off. Make a wisdom check.
Okay.
Make a wisdom check.
20, not natural 20.
As the bat gets up and flies away in the direction of like this, in the direction of the center of the lake, almost to where you see these figure statues or bipedal things. The best thing you can interpret with the 20 is that a bat just tried to fake. It's kind of like when you see someone that's foreign, you're like, oh hey, do you speak English? And or someone that's like it's faking that they don't speak a language.
Oh, you
How
don't
far?
know?
You just got faked out by some bats that didn't want to speak to you, and they are just like, oh no, I don't speak your language. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
And they flew away.
Yes.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Are they gone, DM?
You see these two bats just. Well, you being a monk, you would see two bats just kind of fly in the air in the direction.
Are they still near tree line? Are they like close to
Past
it?
past a tree line, 50 feet up, the sky flying in the center. Probably can see them for a bit.
Towards those statue things?
Yep, it's on its way in the direction of the statues. That's probably about a mile or so out, though. Like it's gonna take some time for them to get to where they're going to, or for you to follow them if that's what your decision is.
There's no more bats that we can see on the tree line, right?
Nope, just those two, unless you wish to go investigate and go search for them.
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
All right, so you guys are at the lake. If there's nothing else, Finks, 10 minutes.
While Finks is doing his ritual thing, Howard would have taken out his book and tried to cast a ritual of himself, like for himself.
Mhm.
And using the little item that I messaged you about last session, he's going to use that as a tool to complete the ritual and cast Identify on the yellow vial to see what it does.
Hold on one moment, because I'm just pulling up what the item was. What are you're using the item that you messaged me about from last session?
Correct. Yep. I'm going to use that as like my divining tool, I guess. And I'm going to cast the ritual Identify on the yellow vial.
Oh, okay. The yellow vial. Beautiful. All right.
So this will be like in conjunction as Finks is doing his ritual as well too. They're both 10 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
But who's gonna go and check out the diggies?
Got it. All right. So, for the yellow liquid, this potion gives you the ability to detect thoughts for 1 hour.
Awesome.
All right. Woohoo, you're going over the dinghy.
Yeah.
All right, you're going over the dinghy. Make an investigation. Make a perception check as you walk over to it.
Sure. I also want to ask: did I see those figurines that are solidified in the center of the lake, or out in the lake?
Give me your perception check first.
Perception's going to be 9 plus 7, so 16.
16. There's something out to the center of the lake, especially as the bats kind of fly off in the direction. You see that there's almost like maybe there's pillars in the center.
Okay.
You can't really tell what they're looking at, what you're seeing, but there's something vertical out there. The dinghy, it's frozen to the edge of the shore. The water is frozen up between like where the pebbles and the stones, and it's probably hasn't been moved in a few weeks' time. You see that there is a skeleton of a small child with long hair. Looks long dead. Something was forgotten about. There is a pouch in the boat, in the dinghy, about maybe like, I don't know, 12 feet, maybe 15 feet long at the point of where the tip is. It's a foot and a half, maybe a foot and a half deep. The boat itself is it's got essentially 2 rows. So when you get into the boat, you could stand in the center portion, and then you could sit on the left, or you could sit on the bench in the back half or the front half. So you could probably fit 4 people, and then maybe 1 person could stand. You guys are all pretty big, so probably a little too small for you guys and your weight capacity. In this, you see there is what looks to be a large cord of rope. That's it.
Can I, before I approach the dinghy, can I try to move it to see if it moves, like maybe magically on the ice, or if it's really just stuck in place?
Kick it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a little
See if-
push, see if it goes like
It's
stuck.
frozen right in place.
All right, so nothing magical. And then you said there was a bag there.
Correct.
All right.
Looks like a bag, probably about the size of think of the sacks from middle school, the drawstring sacks, about that size. It's nothing form fitting inside of it yet. Perhaps it's empty unless there's like cloth or something flat inside of it.
All right, well, who's gonna reach for that? He's also gonna kind of eye up the skeleton to see if there's any of like the raven folk like bone structure of them, if I could, something that's identifying that they're not a human, they're like a shapeshifter.
Make
Yeah.
make perception check on that for specifically. Or no, that I'll say medicine check, bone structure.
I'm not burning. Oh, it's actually my 18's the exact same. So 25.
Medicine check. All right. You don't see any character features that resemble a raven folk. What you do recognize, though, is that as this skeletal structure of what appears to be like a child, with like the strands of hair that are like, this is like a skeleton form essentially. With the skin kind of pulled tight on it. There's no real physical features that are distinguishable who they were, and even the hair looks grayed out and dried as if it's been left here long. Looks to be just human child.
Yeah, he's not gonna
teenager
make
of
more
sorts.
it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna take the bag and I'm gonna walk back to the ritual casters.
Reaching in for the bag, you see the eye start to come to life. The hollow sockets glow green with almost a flame-like quality, and say,
Can I immediately try to punch it in the face?
"Yeah, face punch."
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Deal damage.
Okay. Okay, it's a 1 plus, so it's still 7.
Just 7. So as this undead body starts to reach up, you pop it right in the shoulder and punch the body down. It starts to lean up at you, kind of grabbing in your direction.
I would like to use Stunning Strike on it, which is where I was going with that.
Okay.
Con 15.
Oh! As you punch through the shoulder, you pull out of it. It looks over at its shoulder blade that you kind of just push through, and looks back at you and goes in for a bite. Goes, ah!
Oh, good.
It's gonna make a bite attack at you. The bite attack misses. I want to say roll for initiative if anyone wants to jump in for this. Unless you just wish to try and quickly just beat this thing up.
I think I'm going to try to throw the skeleton at the shoreline as an action if I can. Yeah, just going to try and rip it and chuck it out of the boat so I can get away from this because it's obviously like an eerie lake. I don't like it.
Okay. You throw it on top. So where are you trying to throw this thing exactly? You said at the shoreline. So you're throwing it at the shore, like to the center of the lake, like to like skid it out onto the ice, or on the shoreline onto the ground.
No, the ground.
Where is it going? Onto the ground.
How far?
So just like pulling out. And are you trying to like just slide it, like throw it, or slam it to do damage?
Maybe I perceive this situation differently. How far away from the shoreline, the beach, am I?
I mean, the boat is right pushed up to the shoreline. Like it's right up, like the ice, like the water is frozen the boat right to the shore. The boat wasn't pulled up heavy and like tied up far. It was pulled right up to the there's minimal space to like pull to tie up the boat.
Okay.
So it's like right there. So slamming. So like, are you throwing, like, where are you throwing this?
Trying to throw the skeleton onto the beach, and then I'm
Right onto the beach.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go with that.
Pull them out, throw them onto the beach. Make a strength check to grab it and throw them.
24.
24. Yeah, it contested. It fails. So as you see this smaller body trying to grab it, you pull it out, throw it out of the boat, hitting the beach. You all, in the middle of whatever you were up to doing, you see Mahoo pull this body of some figure out and slam it onto the ground. Mahoo?
Well, the damn thing tried to bite me.
This making this
Finally.
gurgling noise coming out.
Something for Morgor to fight. I rolled a 20 on initiative.
Oh, okay. Morgor. So, is anyone trying to like jump into a battle to fight this, or are you guys just kind of watching this?
It's just the
9.
one, right?
Yeah, it's just the one. Very obvious. It's like a lone straggler.
Howard's just going to continue his ritual.
Got it.
I'm rolling initiative for Lucky. 9. He's just gonna stand at the edge of my circle and like bark like a dog, pretty much. But squeak.
Got it.
I'm going to
Perfect.
slowly hover back from the ice in case Morgor throws the thing on the ice and breaks it.
Got it.
I'll follow
Max-
Reese.
Okay, just watching. Cool. So we're just with Morgor and Mahoo in combat right now with this thing. Morgor with the 20. What are you doing? Is you're running up to Mahoo?
I'm going to run up. I'm going to start raging.
Got it.
And I'm going to rev up my chain axe.
How many charges?
I'm going to spend all 5.
Beautiful. Overkill this. Love it. Run up to it. What are you doing?
I'm going to slice down with both hands like this.
Okay. What you hit? What's the attack roll?
17.
Yeah, that hits. It's armor class of 8.
Okay. So now we roll for damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Roll damage.
Uh, 46.
It only had 20 hit points to begin.
So we got him right.
Yeah, he rolled his yeah. So you all see Mahoo essentially pull out the dead body of what appears to be possibly a child, throw it on the ground, and Morgor runs up and cuts it in half. Carves into the ground, cleaves up. He even cuts into a chunk of ice, some of the ground that's been frozen with the water and the ice itself. He just carve through it.
Maximus,
Bodies ripped up, ravaged and all. Bones are flying places.
Maximus gonna cast minor illusion for some like fanfare.
Little. It's the most elaborate death ever, or most beautiful death ever.
Just like trumpets, like doo, 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 doo.
Slightly out of tune.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
So bad that Morgor would think it was the greatest symphony ever. Like
Witness.
Guys,
Mahoo's gonna grab the leather bag and throw it to Morgor and say, "Whatever the loot was, I'm sure you earned it."
Mulgar, you rip it open. You open the bag.
Yep, rip it open.
Rip open the bag. Being careful about ripping. I didn't mean to like literally rip open the bag, but
Yeah, Morgor's gonna like tear it apart.
Make a dexterity check for how careful you're
Saving throw or just the dex check?
dexterity.
6.
6. Morgor, in your fiending fury of rage and you notice that, like, yes, Mahoo, you've met barbarians before, and you've seen them rage, and yes, there's a small foaming at the lips that comes out. With Morgor, there's more of a spewing of, like, smoke and a little bit of, like, brimstony fire, and almost like a little, like a little bit of, like, licks of flames come out, because, you know, the Red Dragonborn and all. And as he rips open the bag and whatever loot is in there, a little bit of spit of fire comes out of your mouth, Morgor, in your rage. And it catches whatever paper, parchment that you rip in half is inside it, burns it down the center and down the edges. There is, like, a scrap corner of a note left and remained, and there is a small pouch of copper coins, 10 copper coins that just are remained.
Yeah, but who's going to try and snatch the singed piece of paper out of the air, whatever's left of it?
Written in common on the edge of the paperwork that you found are a half-assed instructions that read. Let's see. This here. On the paper, all you see left off is, once done, make sure to, and then it would downspace a line, but you don't see what's written off there. And then below, underneath that, it says, never again. And then the very let's say like 2 or 3 spaces below that, you essentially got probably a bottom portion of the paper. You see where there's a signature. Milano is signed.
Having seen who did I just see that? So who just used mend? I'm gonna bring it back over to the group because I just saw somebody use mend a little bit ago.
Yeah, Howard did earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that over. You're not ritualistically casting right now. That's Maximus and Finks, correct? Or are you you are ritualistic?
No, yeah, I'm doing the ritual right now.
Okay.
All right, go back over. Howard's in the middle of a ritual. Finks,
Yes.
you're doing your ritual. What are you asking?
All right. So I guess kind of how I wanted to flavor this is Finks is going to kind of start hovering, levitating with his like legs crossed, and just kind of be floating in a trance. And in his mind or in the spiritual realms, he's going to be kind of just like astral projected spirit in space in front of like a giant moon.
Okay.
And he will be asking the moon the following questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is the moonstone amulet in the center of the lake?
Okay. And let's see, real quick. I'm so sorry. I was running with that. What spell is this one?
This is commune. So you contact your deity or divine proxy, ask 3 questions. It can be answered with a yes or a no. You must ask a question before the spell ends. You received a correct answer for each question. So basically, if something can be unclear, or you can elaborate a little more if you want to, but yes or no is kind of the.
As you ask this, you are shown a flash of the lake from the sky, almost like a vision, and you see the center of the lake of like the vision from you, like for like eagle top down view. You see it kind of just with a pulse of energy just radiate from the center to the outside, almost like a sonar hitting it, and it's just kind of flashing, and you see the center just kind of has a little ping of a glow to it.
Okay. Next question. Do you want Finks to recover the Moonstone amulet?
As your vision shifts back to this large full moon that you're sitting on in your astral projection state, you see almost like you're on like a cliff top looking above to the moon and the moon only, and you see the moon begin it glows brighter, almost like it was dimmed and it's just shines brighter to you in a yes fashion.
Okay, very good. My last question. The holy symbol of Ravenkind. It is an insult to you. Do you want me to destroy it?
There's no reaction
Okay.
to it.
Then Finks will kind of snap out of it.
Come back out of it. As you come out of it, you're like, "Ugh, baked beans and ziti and canned cranberries are the key.
All right, I'll start kind of just like scooping up all my stuff back into my pack. All right.
Problem. Maximus, you
Big
hear
found it.
the random shoutings of more potions and baked dinners and
I start writing.
canned cranberries.
I start writing
are
it
the
down
key.
again next to my other 2 recipes in the book.
It's going down.
I want
It's
to
gonna be a nice
that when
dinner.
you're done.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's kind of funny. A little ties into a direction path of what I think you were thinking with Finks at one
Yeah.
point too. Is
Yeah.
dumb luck.
Traded it off.
Hey, I love it. And so you come back from that. Howard, you did your ritual. Mahoo, you walk over. Howard is playing with little chemicals and potions.
Yeah, before I go, I'm going to say more. I'm going to say great job on that slide. That was fantastic. Never seen anything like it. And then I'm going to go over to Howard and I'm going to go like, I think I kind of poked the bear too hard on this one. Can you fix this?
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. Do my mending spell.
You have a sheet of paper with a little bit of writing
Okay.
that you
Amazing.
originally had seen.
I'd like to read it.
So mending does not repair with written, because technically you'd be damaging the clean paper by adding words to it.
You don't have a time travel spell by chance, do you?
Oh, wait. I'll hold on. I'll snatch the paper out of Mahoo's hand. I'm going to put a clean piece of paper that I have in my recipe book on top and rub over it to see if the impression that was there from the ink before shows up on my paper.
So as you grab the page, you see that it is a smooth, brand new, cleaned, never been damaged sheet of paper, except for just these small markings that are already written on. I'm sorry. That's not the Eye of Agamotto mending. This is a mending cantrip. Good try, though.
If you don't
But,
mind,
I mean-
let me take a look at that, and maybe I can try to put it together.
Yeah, it's no good to me as it is. I just give it to Howard.
Howard, you do recognize the writing on it, and you recognize the name.
Okay. And I'm going to kind of look at everybody, turn away so they don't see what I'm using, and I'll write onto the piece of paper and just kind of fill in the blanks. I don't remember exactly what was said on there, but I'm going to basically add my own words to kind of like fill in the Yellow King, basically.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check,
Mhm.
and then make a performance check for your ability to copy and imitate.
Okay. Let's see. That's not bad. A 9 for performance, and you said sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. So no one really notices you pulling out one of your quills and start to copy over on the paper and start to work on your penmanship. And you've worked on many fine details, and you're used to writing in your spell book. But your hand shaking in the cold, and it's a little jittery a bit, and you kind of pull back over the page to everyone. It's a little obvious that there are 2 fonts being written on this sheet.
Yes, so with my eyes, and I'm going to have my eyes flash completely black, I'm able to rewrite what was missing in here, and I hand it back to Mahou.
I'll say make a deception check.
Beautiful. 27.
You want to roll an insight for me, Pat? I can't hear you. None of us can hear you.
I said I literally have to roll a nat 20 to tie that. All right. Oh, so close. That's an 8 though. So 15 looks legit to me. To Mahou, he studied words in the field next to other cow people, so fonts are fonts to him.
All Comic Sans.
Yeah, it's all Comic Sans in this guy's world. Fuck.
It's essentially a page that's proclaiming how a great sacrifice was made in the name to the Yellow King, and the chosen was designated from the individual was chosen at random. And I don't know how you signed it because it has Sal's last name.
I'll leave his last name.
I don't know how you're gonna finish him. You're just gonna leave it just his last name, or what are you doing with him? Okay,
no, I'm just gonna leave his last name.
Last name, and then the last name, Milano.
Totally believing what it says. I'm going to hand that back to Howard. Howard, it says the Yellow King. That's your god, right? Or your king. What does this mean to you?
It means that at some point we're going to have to sacrifice something for him.
Move.
But it's for the greater good.
Like a person or a thing?
No, a thing. Could be a person if how great you want your reward. But preferably probably a thing starting off.
That's messed up.
Well, who doesn't really deny at that? His whole world's been messed up. That makes sense to him.
Okay. Cool. So, what are you all doing with your newfound knowledge? Are we heading to the lake, to the center of the lake, towards things, or are we recounting more? What's up?
So, thanks. What did you find out? Where's the amulet? How did we get there?
It's in the lake, and it seemed to be truly in the center of the lake, and we might have a ways to go here. But that's all I was able to reveal. Besides, of course, that I was meant to have it.
Oh, yeah. Seems totally legit.
Well,
okay.
Shall we?
Hey, who wants to ask, does anybody have a spyglass or anything that can see what those pillars are out there?
Pillars? I don't think I noticed those before. I'll take a closer look.
Whoever has a spyglass can pull a spyglass out and roll with advantage. I expect nothing less. Anyone that has a spyglass or wants to roll with advantage for the perception can. If not, if you want to roll a perception check specifically for these pillars, you can do so now.
Not exactly a spyglass, but I'm going to take out my yellow vial.
16 total.
And then use the vial as the spyglass.
All right.
Thinks loudly. What a dummy. You don't need that vial. Just use your fingers.
Maximus is going to walk over to Remus and lift up his eye patch.
Hello?
So Finks, give me perception. Muhu, give me perception.
16.
16. Howard, perception. Remus, Maximus, you both give perceptions. Morgor, are you entertaining this thought, or are you looking at the dead body? Where are you at during this? You're all on a beach right now. There's a lot of ice. There's sand.
24 from looking through Remus's facet in his eye.
18 for Howard.
Natural 20.
Nice.
It looks like Mahu. What it looks like to you is everyone sees like you can't tell. You can't tell explicitly what it is. It is everyone else sees like either statues or these almost like pillars, perhaps, if you rolled a little bit lower. But the nat 20, you could swear you see figures frozen, encased in ice. Half a mile maybe up to in the direction of the center of the lake. And you don't know if they're running away or towards the center. Just by the way your vision's looking, you don't know exactly what is the actual set center. So it's one of those like far away, but with the nat 20 you're seeing frozen structures or frozen individuals that like appear to be coated in ice.
Does anybody else say anything? Does anybody else see anything else, or do I see the best?
You see the best with a nat 20 on that.
Did when I had the eagle eye view, did I happen to notice anything? I know I wasn't focusing on that, but I happen to notice these pillars kind of.
No.
Okay.
Very, very blend. No.
Okay.
So, I don't know what to make of it, or what could freeze people in the center of a lake, or why they'd even be there. But those aren't pillars; those are actually people.
No. Maybe we need to ask why the lake is frozen in the first place.
Ice monster.
So, like an ice Medusa? I've never heard of such a thing.
There was a
We had a
white
giant
dragon.
ice temple thing in the Feywild.
Yeah, we did fight a giant ice dragon as well, so there could be one around here.
Different dragon.
DM, have I ever heard the word dragon in Barovia?
Make a history check.
All right.
We already met a dragon in Bolivia. In fact, he had ice power, didn't he?
I got
I did.
a 3.
You guys probably your last adventuring party had talked about fighting dragons and wanting to, but you never fought a dragon in Barovia. Maybe you don't recall any dragons specifically being from Barovia.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is possibly Corvair underneath Jarell's spell was kind of froze this area up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm no spellcaster. This is beyond me.
So, do you guys want to go to the center of the lake in that direction? Do you guys wish to prep? Do you wish to rest here and figure stuff out? Are we going back to town to recon? What are you guys doing?
I'm going to do one more ritual cast. Sorry, everybody. Give me another 10 minutes. But we can just fast forward if there's nothing to do.
I'm gonna take my axe and hit the ice and see if anything happens.
Make a strength check.
Uh, 18.
All right, 18. How soon into Fink's second ritual casting are you doing this?
As soon as he starts doing it.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay. So you walk up. How far into the ice are you going? Or are you on the edge of like the where the ice meets the sand? What you doing? Where is this?
I'm gonna walk like 10 feet out into the ice and then just.
Nice. That's what I expected. Where are you all doing? Where is everyone else during this?
Remus, where were you at? Were you off the ice yet at this point?
Yeah, during the mini battle, I come off the ice and made my way back because I thought Morgor was going to throw the body through the ice at some point. So
Remus and I are off the ice.
And Howard's still on the bank as well.
Got it. Morgor, float 10 feet over the ice. I'm sorry, not float. Walk 10 feet to the ice. Stand in. You find a good spot, and it almost has the ice here a little bit more glass-like, a little bit softer, has more of a curve to it. And bring up the axe, swing it down, roll damage as you carve the axe into the ice.
Uh, 13.
Awesome. Bringing the axe into the ice, you all hear a as there's a splitting of ice, which Howard, Remus, and Finks all do know the sound of. As thick, solid ice begins to crack, Morgor, make a quick dex save.
A dex save. Okay.
Yes, this is you reacting quick and dexterously to the opening beneath your feet as the portion of ice spiderwebs and splits.
17.
It begins to give way. You quickly hop backwards as the ice below your feet gives away. I need you to make a second dex save as the ice begins to spider web away and start to just break apart near you.
16.
I want 16. You just push back, and I need a third one from you. This time, I need a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, so perception will be a 4.
Okay. Make a dex save for me again. As you're stumbling back, trying not to fall into the icy cold water, you see what looks to be almost a hand reaches up and grabs at you, and then another hand looks like it comes out of the water, bloated and green and undead looking like skin. What was the last dex save?
19.
19. You quickly hop back off of the last 5 feet of ice that's broken apart now and landed on the beach as you see 4, 5, 6, 7 undead looking creatures swimming up to the top of the water and coming out, kind of parting out of the lake. You all see perception checks around.
If I can see this while these hands are coming up, I got a 25. I want to cast Shape Water to freeze it again if I notice like something that's not right, because I can't freeze the hands, like I can't actually freeze them, but I can put it over so that they're stuck underneath.
Roll your check for roll your spellcasting check for me.
18 plus 3. The modifier.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Roll roll the top of the your explosive.
Oh, the big time guy.
Yeah, the
All
big
right.
one.
Let's get 100 here.
It's gonna be bad, guys. What?
You still have your imp too, right?
Yeah, my imp is with
At this
me.
point, there is still in there. Yep.
95. Hardcore 95. We are.
Hold that thought. What was the perception checks?
I'm neglecting to roll because I'm casting.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a ritual cast.
Which I'm going
Dirty
to break
20
and
for
just
me.
do it, by the way.
Dirty 20, Muhu.
Who was going to meditate? So it was 2 plus 7, so 9.
Okay. Morgor.
Perception.
Yep. As you hop back, you look up.
15.
15. Remus. You hop back, you look up.
19.
19. So we'll say 15 or higher. What looks like coming out of the lake is about 15 or so zombies at this point.
Oh.
What was yours, Maximus? 15? 25?
Yeah.
There appears to be about 20 or so, you think. Because you can now see beyond the 15 up ahead that are coming up and pushing out. There looks to be just multiple skulls and heads tucked behind that wave. Pun not intended.
Yep.
Intended. All right, cool. What did you roll on the chart and scale? So as you're looking up and people are seeing this, you all hear.
The extreme 95 says
As the ice casts, as a wall of ice, almost just frozen up there, and the zombies are just kind of pushing up and holding and pushing against it. What's happening?
for the next day, anytime I make an ability check, I roll an additional d6 and add the result.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So mark that for yourself.
Yep.
As this is happening, you all see this just kind of wall coat of ice pull up. And we're going to hold there until next week to roll for initiative for this encounter or scenario that you guys can all let me know. Real quick, Ricky, what did you roll for perception?
Oh, I thought you heard me. I said 19.
Oh, 19. Okay, yeah. So I'd say you see that there's heads beyond the other ones with Maximus. Maybe not as many, but you can see that there's gonna be quite some zombies coming up for you guys. And we'll pick up there next time. Guys, thank you so much, everyone that has been tuning in, watching us live. Black Rock Joe, I see you in the Twitch chat. Thank you so much. You rock. Everyone else out there that is watching and tuning in and sharing us, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. A lot of great help. I know I have some great players over here that really give it their all during the sessions, and they try to really have fun with this. And we put it on for you guys, a little bit for us, but also for you guys. Before we get off, before we leave the stream and say goodnight to everyone, we're going to let our players sign off. And first off, Morgor, let everyone know favorite Kaimon, where can they find it, and what is the social media so they can follow.
Yeah, so my favorite Kaimon is the little Triceratops guy we got. They can follow us at DCT Industries or Kaimon on Facebook, and DCT Industries or Kaimon on Instagram. We will be posting more later this year. Yeah, this year. Forgot it's the new year now. And yeah, we're going to be releasing it either sometime later this year or we'll see.
Awesome. Super exciting. Can't wait. Guys, make sure to check out Kaimon and DCT Industries. All right. Pat, do you have anything to shout out, to say hi to? Any fun quirk for the day?
Oh, fun quirk for the day?
Fun quirk for the day, if you don't have anything specifically to give credit to.
Oh, no. No quirk today. Next week, I'll make sure to have a fun quirk, though. Don't worry about that.
Sweet. Fun quirk coming up next week. Mark.
Yo!
Oh! I was trying to be funny. I didn't realize you actually were still there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
Nothing really to shout out today. Stay safe. Stay in school. Wash your hands before you turn the page.
Exactly. Drink.
Turn the page. Wash your hands.
Turn the page. Wash your hands. Drink
That's
your soda
right,
stream.
Mark.
We got to talk Soda Stream after this.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Finks.
new to the Soda Stream world. All right, you guys can follow me at Soda Stream on Twitter. You can follow you can follow Finks at Podcaster Sphinx on Twitter for some goblin-y updates. I'm sure there's something good coming. Probably not anything good,
Cool.
but something will be there. Follow me on Instagram at Phoenix Forged for some miniature painting. Keep it out. There'll be something fun there eventually.
I got to ask you about terrain after this, Finks.
Yes.
All right. Danny.
You can find Howard on Twitter at podcastersh. You can follow some of my art. I like to doodle sometimes on Facebook and Instagram, Ratfig Arts. That's RATPHINC Arts. Yeah, keep a lookout because I got some things coming up pretty soon.
All right. And the last but not least.
I'm Remus. Well, I'm a caricature of Remus, and you can follow Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter. You can follow me, Ricky Coates, at Rick_Coates on Instagram and Twitter, all that fun stuff. Let's see. We just did the holiday shows for Keep Flying. We did the holiday show for Warrior Strong. You can follow Keep Flying at Keep Flying Band on any sort of social media thing. Oh, you can go to keepflying.band right now. We just put up all our leftover merch from the holiday shows and our December tour. So we're posting about that tomorrow. So I'm leaking the news right now. So good for you to know. There's I think we have a new, we did a werewolf hoodie, so you can check that out. And then we've got
Nice.
some leftover T-shirts from the last month or so. So if you like something, enjoy. If not, you enjoyed Podcasters. Thank you for being a part of it with us. And that's all I've got for today.
Perfect. Well,
Oh, wait,
guys,
one more thing.
please.
I'm going to Florida next week and seeing Danny. So
Yeah.
that's that. If you're in Florida and want to hang out with either of us, we'll be in Tampa in like 2 weeks. But
2 weeks.
yeah.
Okay, so real quick, are we going to see you next Sunday?
I am 50-50 for next Sunday. I have to figure out what we're doing because we'll be in Florida already, but I'm not. I don't think we have a show yet that day, so I have to know what I'm going to be doing and physically where at. Because as
All
we
right.
all know, this internet service in Florida is weather depending.
Yeah. Can confirm.
All right, good. Well, we're going to talk a little bit after as well. Till next time, guys, please make sure to check out us on the network at bicbp-radio.com. Check out Pod-Casters, because obviously you listen to us. You want to make sure you watch us. Get us on Twitch, Podcasters _ as well as on Facebook and YouTube, Pod-Casters Tabletop Gaming Podcast. Or as always, search up the Faybala 5. Now, if you want to listen to some other podcasts that I'm a part of, my pride and joy that I I co-host with Danny's brother, Christopher Chavez. It's called Chris and Anthony Just Can't Stop. It's a fun nonsense show where anything and everything can happen. One episode we talk about some very depressing Hallmark movies. The next one may be about the Spider-Man No Way Home. Who knows? Guys, come on over, check us out. Chris and Anthony Just Can't Stop. Get us on social media at Chris and Anthony JCS. And till next time, guys, grab that D20 dice because you want to keep on. Actually, I'm gonna roll one of Amber's. I haven't rolled the news dice. She got me.
Roll it.
Keep on rolling. It's a fucking.